Consider this your final reminder. At some point in the next, 20 minutes, we're going to play a Green Day song. That song will be worth $1,000 to you and a key that could start your very own Green Day signature Corvette. And some people are not clear as to exactly what it is we're giving away. Pretty soon, someone's going to get a car. That's how it's going to work. It'll be your car. It'll be a great car. It's a Corvette Summer officially here at KROQ. It's a new song by Green Day. And all you got to do is listen for that Green Day song, which will be happening just after 7 o'clock here this morning on KROQ. Call us, get $1,000 and a key that could start the car. All right, now we're all caught up. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Lots going on, and here we go. Hit it.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Here's Cheapo.
All right, because it is Thrifty Thursday, I will share a way to save money on your energy bill. This is the temperature that you need to set your thermostat to save the most money during the summer months.
61.
That is so cold.
Oh, it feels great.
No way.
It feels
that's
great.
What this office building is.
61 is perfect. Whatever this office building is perfect.
No, this office building is about 10 degrees too cold all the time, especially in the summer.
Disagree.
But
I'd rather 10 degrees too cold than even 1 degree too hot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I like coming in and just getting slapped in the face with cold. It's great.
See, I like it to be the same temperature as it is outside.
What
But if it's like
talking
90,
about?
then maybe subtract like 10 degrees.
The feeling of energy you get when you walk into a place with some good AC after you've been outside.
I get immediately angry.
Yeah, well.
I get that burst of cold, my nipples get hard, and I get angry.
Ugh, I should be turned on, but I'm so not.
It's an anomaly, isn't it?
It really is.
Okay, so there are two temperatures, the nighttime temperature and the daytime temperature.
I know what they say. Nighttime's going to be, they're going to say 71, 69.
No, it's 82.
82?
82 degrees Fahrenheit when you're sleeping.
Does that mean you have a fever?
When you're during the day, if you're home, you got to keep it at 78 to get the maximum savings. And if you're away from your house, you got to do 85 degrees.
Oh, you're talking about savings, not comfort. That's totally different.
Did I ever say anything about comfort?
Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing about Allie. She will always sacrifice her own comfort for a couple of bucks. And that's the one thing that separates you from the animals.
Well, I set our temperature to 77. That's what it is all the time.
Yeah, but now you probably won't because you just saw this
now
thing.
I got to bump it up to 78.
Well,
but Katie always complains that it's too warm.
Yeah,
and the only time I will turn the AC on is because we both work out at home, and it does get real hot upstairs.
Today is, I think, the hottest day, they're saying, and they talked about the whole rolling blackouts could happen if people don't play the game and this and that and don't do all the stuff
And let
during
me
the
tell
day.
you, the rolling blackouts are less shocking when your apartment or house is already very hot. It's less jarring, all right? You don't even notice it's happening.
Terrible. Yes, you do. It's very noticeable.
When I got
very
back
quickly.
from vacation, our house was so
Boiling.
hot. I was like worried about the cats. I was like, what is too hot for a cat?
So you didn't
Because
even leave the air on at all? You didn't even set
I think we had it at like 85 or
Oh,
something. It was
my
like, if
God.
it gets
Allie.
above 90, then some air will turn on. But I don't want it running when we're not home. And I was even wondering if it was too hot for the fish.
Yeah, that boiling,
I was
bubbling
like,
water.
because the water is going to be the same temperature, it's similar temperature. Anyway, it's always good to have goals in life. Whether they are good goals or bad ones doesn't really matter. It always pays to be goal-oriented. And a man was just arrested for being in possession of a stolen car. And when they searched the car and him, they found a bunch more stolen stuff, credit cards, IDs, and a handwritten list. The list had a date on it, and the title was Goals. And here were his goals.
Written on the list, he had laundry, talk to kids, get some money. The last words say boost, which is slang for shoplifting.
So he accomplished pretty much everything on his list. I don't know if he got around to the laundry.
Good for that
but
guy.
Get some money and boost and talk to kids.
You think they would talk to his kids or any kids?
That's actually a great question. Maybe it is his kids, and he just wanted to spend some time talking to his kids.
Because the experts do say you're supposed to constantly have a running list, like you said, of goals, and then you should put a few of the easy ones near the top so you can accomplish them quickly. And
like
then
laundry.
And then you get into a nice rhythm of like, hey, I already did that. That was easy.
You love being able to check the box.
Everyone loves crossing something off a list. But the
because
problem
you
is
feel like
usually
you
you
did.
put things on a list like make $1 million and this and that. That's not easy. So you got to put a bunch of easy stuff like talk to child. And then you're like, easy peasy, baby. Just
Hello.
Just run by
Check.
a park. Done, and done.
All right, and then finally, what is the point of retiring anymore? 1 month after his final episode, Pat Sajak is already back on Wheel of Fortune. And it's not on the regular syndicated Wheel of
Thirsty.
Fortune. It is the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, but the show is going to be premiering in October, and he's going to be the host. So it's going to be Monday nights when ABC doesn't have Monday Night Football on. And Ryan Seacrest will already be hosting the regular Wheel of Fortune. But it's like, and then John Cena retires from the WWE, but he's already got like events planned with them. And then the Tom Brady retiring and unretiring. It's like, it doesn't really matter anymore. I hate it.
If you look at every single person that has, quote, retired over the last 5 years, I would argue that probably 80% of them have already gone back in some way.
It shouldn't be allowed.
No, I agree.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Find out what's going on in the world. It's time for your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News with Hot Alley. Wait a minute. This must be a typo. Just let me fix this. Okay, take two. It's time for your ADD News with Snot Alley.
Thanks, guys. Feel real good.
We fixed it.
Fantastic.
That's called editing on the fly.
Great. Klein, let me start by saying we got to go to Vegas this weekend. I don't know what you have planned, but we have to throw out those plans, and we have to find a way to get there this weekend, and here's why. Everyone knows the Mirage Hotel and Casino is closing. But before they do, you know how every casino has certain jackpots that build up on slot machines and certain tables and stuff? It's those progressive jackpots.
I love the progressive.
So they have to give away that money before they close the hotel. And they're giving away free money, and here's how much and how you can get it.
The Mirage in Las Vegas will shut down later this month, and it wants to break the bank before it closes. The Mirage is set to close on July 17th, but before that happens, it must give away $1.6 million.
Whoa.
Starting today through Thursday, the Mirage will give away $200,000 in guaranteed winnings each day.
Today is
Friday
Thursday.
and Saturday, that jumps to $250,000, and on July.
Stop the story. Today through Thursday.
For the next week.
Oh, I got 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay, because it made it sound like I'm already screwed.
No,
All right,
it's closing July 17th. So before it closes, it needs to give away everything.
All right, pick up the story. Let's see what we have to do to get the one. I didn't realize that, I guess legally, because that was the deal, anyone who put money into these things was contributing to the progressive. They're not allowed to take it with them, so they have to give it back.
Yeah, because that money is made up of gamblers' losses.
Yeah, of course. I know that.
Those losses accumulate to a jackpot. So because that's how they have the money, they have to give it back.
Starting today through Thursday, the Mirage will give away $200,000 in guaranteed winnings each day. Friday and Saturday, that jumps to $250,000, and on July 16th, $100,000 in cash will be handed out.
What does
What
this
are we
mean?
doing here?
Oh, what does this mean? Handed out? Like they're just walking up to random people, tapping them and giving them money?
When I heard this, I looked it up and went on their website.
Of course you did.
Well, yeah, because they can't just be handing out cash. It would be complete pandemonium. Is that the right word?
Yeah, but I think it is though. That was the talk, is that a lot of people now know this is going on, so the Mirage is going to be just jam packed.
Yeah, but I think what's happening is that if you go there and play, like you sign up for their little player's card or whatever, and you play the slots, then you're entered to possibly be one of the people that gets handed the cash that day. But they are choosing one person to give that cash to every day.
That's
you just
pretty
have
sweet.
to go there and play. So you can lose even $1, $20, whatever, doesn't matter. But as long as you play that day, you are in it to win it, from what I understand.
That's great.
But we have to go there now so we can play once per day to get in and potentially get this money that they're handing out.
Seems like a lot of effort.
It's not that much effort for $200,000 or $250,000.
We have some listeners in Vegas. They always hit us up from the 702. If you could head over there and play a little bit on our behalf,
Yeah,
we'd
guys,
greatly
we
appreciate
gave
it.
you the tip off. Just come on, cut us in for 10%.
Don't set yourself so low. 40,
Really?
40.
Whoa,
40,
that's a lot.
40%.
All right, 40%. I'm in. The name Josh Klinghoffer may not sound familiar to you, but he used to play guitar for Pearl Jam and the Chili Peppers, who we just played. And this name might be showing up in your feed now because he's being charged in a wrongful death suit because he apparently struck and killed a pedestrian. There's video of this. And you may think, upon hearing right away, you're like, oh, maybe there was alcohol involved or something. In this case, So the guy was crossing the street at a crosswalk. He had looked both ways. It was his turn to walk. He was getting some groceries to make soup for his family. And then all of a sudden...
Yeah, right.
That's what it says.
Yeah, but that seems like a story you'd say if you
Like
need
a Tiny Tim thing.
Yeah, it really is. I was just getting stuff to make soup for the
For the
family.
orphans.
Right.
Soup is definitely the most endearing food.
Right. They won't.
Soup in July?
Yeah, they won't lock me up for this one.
I don't know if
that's
this
ridiculous.
happened in July. The lawsuit is being filed now.
Even if that's the real reason, you got to change it. It sounds too fake. Making soup for the bums.
At least make it a jambalaya or something.
It's like, okay, so the guy's out getting ingredients to make soup for the family. All right, I'm with you on so far.
Soup.
Who's his legal team? They got to work on this story.
This is according to his daughter.
All right.
So anyway,
She's in on it.
He said he was known for being a great chef and he was making soup for his family.
Got it.
So he's crossing
Great.
the street and Josh is in his SUV and he is making a left-hand turn and he doesn't look because he's distracted by his phone. He's on his phone while he's making the turn, and he plows right into the pedestrian.
Oh.
He did pull over, and he helped call 911. He was cooperative during the whole process, but obviously he is now being sued because he is responsible for this person's death. And I've told you before, that's one of my biggest fears.
What,
is accidentally hitting somebody and then boom, you're in
Game
jail.
over.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, that's why I said you always got to have a prison skill on the ready. You may not think you'll ever need it, but I'm watching that show with Jake Gyllenhaal now.
Presumed Innocent? We just watched the new one last
Presumed
night.
Innocent. And listen, guy, you never think when you have a prison skill, but got to have one on the ready. You never know when your day could come. You got to survive in there for a few days.
Yeah.
Got a tattoo or learn
His
how to
prison
make...
skill is getting angry and running.
Yeah, and that's what he does real well.
Yeah.
But also, he's a good-looking guy, so he would take it, probably.
I think he would definitely take it.
We get into a brand new hour of the show right now, and this is a good hour for you to join us because we're going to talk about close calls. The story we just shared with you in the news, not a close call. It was unfortunately someone got mowed down. But think about all the times I've almost done that or been almost hit by a car that was clearly on their phone. It's like every day it happens. So we're talking close calls, good and bad, because maybe there was close calls like you were this close to something amazing happening. You won number off lottery or close call, you almost died.
Or you almost got cast in like the biggest reality show of all time.
And you're like, Survivor, that'll never last. I'm out. Thanks for watching some of our radio show. We've got to get these cameras back to Best Buy before the 30 days runs out. So in the meantime, you can check out our radio show, which is available to listen to every day live on KROQ or the podcast.
Yes, if you download and subscribe to the podcast, you can save a morning show in need.
That's us.
We're very much in need. We're thirsty. Thirst trap.